Hey, interrupting this intro, which I hope you find pretty cool, to say be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. More subscribers, more content, more things I can do. Just let me know what you like. Thanks. Dude, I just ran the fastest pass ever on the car. You can see that. That is a 137 60 foot, a 555 at 131, a 851 at 165. And it wasn't a perfect pass. It was cutting out because anytime I go over 27, 28 pounds of boost on the dyno, it would cut out because of the dwell in the coil, and it was doing that. So it went that, spitting and sputtering down the track. I thought it was gonna be a worse pass. I can't believe how fast it run. I am stoked. 2 passes, done, just like I wanted to do. I'm so happy right now the way this car's running. All right, so it is now 11:30, Saturday night. Just got home from the track, and it's just been a phenomenal day. Got the car in the garage. It's so late at night, I pulled my trailer up and just basically rolled it in here to the garage, but this thing did excellent. I can't tell you how good it feels to actually have the car show up and do what it's supposed to do with no real issue, and the transmission shifting great. And as you can see from the tiger stripes on this tire, it was trying to wrinkle and go. I'll do everything in the video, but it was 16 pounds in the tires cold. After my pass, they were up to 17 and a half. So I should have hit the line somewhere between 16 and a half, 17 pounds after the burnout. The last pass, I raised the launch from 3,900 to 4,300. And I went from 10 to 12 pounds on the launch to 12 to 14 on the launch. So I went up 2 pounds on the launch, 400 RPM. And it did great. The problem is I got greedy on my scramble button. I went from adding 4 to adding 5. And overall, instead of having it at like 25 pounds, I went to 26. So those 2 extra pounds caused it to start blowing the spark out. It's the same problem I had on the dyno. Anytime I got over 28 pounds, if you go back and look at my Josh Kinzey dyno, it was starting to blow the spark out. So it made right at 1,100 horsepower, but that was only like 28 pounds of boost. Any higher than it blew the spark out. So what I did was, I must have bumped over 28, must have been between 28 and 30 pounds, and it just didn't like it, it was surging. It actually felt slower in the car the second pass, and when I got home, I started looking at the actual time slip, and it went 165.26 the first mile per hour, and the last one 165.99, so it went 166, 851. It went a 555 at 131 in the 8th, and I had a 137 60 foot. Previously, I had a 150. So by adding 400 RPM on the launch and 2 more pounds of boost, it definitely picked up into 60 foot significantly. And that, you know, a number and a half in 60 foot easily contributed to picking up, you know, 2/10 in the 8th, and basically 2/10, a little over 2/10, 2.5 tenths in the quarter. So there's more left in it. Clearly, that was my goal. I was hoping to run 560 or better. First pass I went a 573, second pass 555. I can't complain with that. And when you see the launch on this thing, it's still lazy. Like, it takes off and goes, but a high 137, it's still capable of going low 130s, maybe 120s. The car had a 131 before. The difference is the 6R80 had a really aggressive first gear, where this 400 doesn't. So I'm just learning that this car likes more RPM and more boost off the line. So if I was to run anymore, I'd probably add another 300 or 400 RPM on the line, and probably another 2 more pounds of boost, and see what it liked, if it could get down and run a low 130, high 120, 60 foot. But if it did, this car would run 530s. So 131 miles an hour in the 8th. Let me just tell you, if you forgot, this thing weighs 3,835 pounds of meat in it. And tonight, just for a treat for you guys, because I know you'll love this part of it, I was running my 18-inch Saleen wheels on the front. So, and they are definitely heavier than the Bogart wheels that I've got for it that I run on my Mach 1. And that's what they are on right now. So I hope you got a kick out of this video. It's the fastest car's ever run. I'm beyond stoked. I don't have anything else to prove with the car. I never really wanted to prove that it would run that fast. I knew it would run 5s, but to go 550s with still a very slow 60 foot and to run 850s or mid 8s in the quarter, I'm just beyond over the moon. This is great. So check that off my bucket list. I want to have an 8-second car. Easily I got that. So hope you like all the video content. I'm trying to give you more racing, more of the TTSaleen for this channel, but I'm glad you stuck around for all the other cars. I do plan to take the Mach 1 back out. That's why I'm still in drag trim, to see if I can better the 1040 pass, if I can keep the boost in it. But for now, I'm really happy with the TTSaleen, AKA the hate train. It is awesome. Tomorrow, what I'm gonna do, bring it on this side, and I'm gonna put this exhaust back on it, and then I'm gonna put the street wheels and tires back on it, and detail it, and it's done. That car has completely exceeded every goal ever made for it when I built it in 2009. So just want to give a shout out to everybody that helped make this happen. The first one is Jason Brazzel, Brazzel Performance Fabrication. Everything he did this car, he did like 4 or 5 years ago. I've not touched the APCO shocks, I've not touched the coilovers, I've not touched anything in the dampen and the rebound. And look, this thing drives perfect. Going down the track, I got one hand on the wheel, it is straight as an arrow. And those Mickey Thompsons are from 2019, 2020. I've not changed those tires. Those tires are completely wore out, old. They still have life left in them, but they're not a fresh set of tires. So, you know what I mean? Make do with what you got. Oh, and I'm gonna put the stock seats back in it. This is them. They are super heavy, which is the whole reason I took them out to begin with. So, over 3,800 pounds, run mid-5s and mid-8s in the quarter. I am beyond stoked. If this was in the Fox body over there and it weighed like 2,900, 3,000 pounds, take 800 pounds off of the car, what do you think it'd run then? It would be a low 5, high 4-second car, easily. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all your subscribers that's come in, throw comments in there and your likes. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon from the TTSaleen Garage.